Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So now I'm going to solve question number 2 of weekly contest 484, number of centered subarrays, right? So in this problem you are given an integer array nums. A subarray of nums is called centered if the sum of its element is equal to at least one element within that same subarray, right? We have to return the number of centered subarrays of nums, and a subarray is a contiguous non-empty sequence of elements within an array, right? So very good problem. So see example number 1. This is your nums array, right? So in this nums array, if you see all the single element subarrays, right? -1, 1, 0 are centered, right? The subarray 1, 0 has a sum of 1 which is present in the subarray, right? Sum is 1 and 1 is here. Same way, the subarray -1, 1, 0, overall sum is 0 and 0 is here in this subarray, right? Same subarray, right? Has a sum of 0 which is present in the subarray. Thus the answer is 5, right? All these subarrays 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That's it. Clear? See example number 2. Nums is equal to 2 comma minus 3. So different subarrays are like this: 2 minus 3, or you can say 2 minus 3, right? This is valid, right? Sum is 2 and 2 is here. Sum is minus 3 is here. In this case, sum is -1, but -1 is not here, so only 2 are valid. Only single element subarrays 2 minus 3 are centered. And these are the constants. Nums dot length is from 1 to 500, and nums of I values from -10 to the power 5 to 10 to the power 5, right? So first thing, very basic thing, right? So in all these subarrays, which is a contiguous non-empty sequence of elements within an array, right? You have to calculate the sum, right? You have to calculate the sum, right? And I don't want to calculate the sum by individually going over all the elements in that subarray again and again, right? I want to pre-store the sum, contiguous sum. So because of this, the first thing that comes to my mind is prefix sum approach. Okay, prefix sum approach. So in this approach, what I am going to do, like this is your nums array, -1, minus here just 1 and here 0, right? So I will store the prefix sum. So here this 0 is nothing but it is going to show the prefix sum until here. So there are no elements. And here at this position, I will write the prefix sum up to here. So total is -1 as of now. And until here the total prefix sum is -1 plus 1 0. I'm going to write it here. Until here total prefix sum is -1 plus 1 0 0 plus 0 0, right? So this is how I'm going to create one prefix sum array, right? Prefix sum array. Clear? This is your nums array. So 0 index, 1 index, 2 index, and this is 0 index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index. So prefix sum of 3, it is going to show me the sum of all the elements from 0 to 2 in nums. Same way, prefix sum of 2 is going to show me the sum of all the elements from 0 to 1 index in my nums. Prefix sum of 1 is going to show me the sum of all the elements from 0 to 0 until here only. And prefix sum of 0 is nothing but a starting point. There is no element, right? So this is how I'm going to create the prefix sum. Now after that, it is very easy for me, right? Since if you see, the constant size is small, right? So I can actually solve this problem in of n cube as well, right? So here what you need to do, after that you have to just run loops, right? So first your I is starting from here and j is here. So in this sum is -1, and then after that you have to iterate over all the elements in this sub array to see if any element equal to that particular sum. Then j is going to move forward until here sum is 0. You are going to search for 0 in this. Then after that your j is going to move forward. Total sum you already know, minus 1, 1 and 0. Let's say your I is here, I is here, okay, J is here. So total sum you have to calculate like this. So for until here you need to find the sum until here, right? So for this you have stored the output in prefix sum of j plus 1, right? Prefix sum of 3 stores the 0 to 2, right? Prefix sum of 3 stores 0 to 2, right? So here this is 0, this is 2. So prefix sum at 3, right? It's just going to store the all the elements, right? All the elements, right? Now after that, from this I have to subtract before that what is the prefix sum, right? I don't want, right? So here, if until here prefix sum is 24, right? And same way until here, if I know the prefix sum is 12, so definitely in this part I need to calculate, right? So that is going to be 12, right? Okay, so here from this I will subtract the prefix sum at I index. So I is 0. So 0 means this prefix sum 0 means no element, right? So this part I removed. So I will get this, right? Clear this part, right? So if I ask you to calculate the prefix sum from I to j here for this part, so what you need to do? In this, you have to just write prefix sum of j plus 1. That is nothing but 3, right? So add this 3, I am storing 0, right? You are going to say 0, okay. And subtract from it. So this 0 is nothing but overall, right? But I just need this part, right? Not complete. So I have to remove this part as well. I have to subtract prefix sum of I, right? Prefix sum of I. Why I need to write prefix sum of I? Because here this I is at 1, right? At 1. So if I see this 1, so this 1 is nothing but it is storing from until 0 only, right? Until nums of 0 only. So this element I need to remove. So prefix sum of 1. So here simply do this formula, apply this formula. 0 minus minus of 1. So you are going to get 1. So that is correct. Overall sum is 1 here, right? So this is what you need to do. Clear? I hope that you guys are clear, right? So very easy. Int n is equal to nums dot length. Prefix sum of I is sum of all the elements from 0 to I minus 1, right? So that is why here I am storing n plus 1 and I am calculating the prefix sum, right? This is done. Then the result I have to calculate. So left pointer, right pointer is starting from left. Right is less than n, right plus plus. Total is this formula, right plus 1 and here prefix sum left, right? Because right plus 1 consists of the sum from 0 to right in the nums. And here it is consisting of sum from 0 to left minus 1, right? In the nums, right? Then once I calculate the total, then I have to create one more loop. Mid is starting from left to right, right? And if nums of mid is equal to total, then do result plus plus, otherwise break it. That's it. Count only once per subarray. That's it. And in the end, return result. So in this case, the time complexity is of n cube, and this solution is accepted, right? Because the constant size is very small, right?